Hello, everyone. Welcome to the latest episode of the Esports Awards Origin Series. Joining us today from Moonton is Eric Wu, head of the MLBB Esports ecosystem. Thank you for joining us and sharing some of the insights on not only one of the best mobile games in the world, but one of the biggest esports in the world.
Yeah, thanks for having me here, Tegan. So good to see you. Good to see everyone here.
Yeah, let's dive right on into it just because your journey has been so fascinating as someone who's worked both in the West before and now over at Moonton. Just kind of get some insights on what drives you in terms of why you do what you do here with esports.
Cool. Yeah, quick recap. Before I joined Moonton, I worked for Blizzard for around like 6 to 7 years. After that, I joined to Moonton. Yeah, just like you said, these two companies very different. One is very Western, typical Western PC game company. One is like a very, very new Eastern company for the mobile games. Yeah, I think mobile game increased very fast for the past few years, especially during the COVID period. PC game is very, very cool. I think all of it in our generation, we play all these games grow up. So like after I stayed for a while and I changed my channel from the PC game to the mobile game. It's a great journey. I enjoy it. There's a lot of different. We can share more about this later. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's start there with the Western style and Eastern style here. What are some of the big learning lessons that you can take from your time over at Blizzard that have helped you at Moonton, and maybe some insight for those that don't know on what are some of the core values that Moonton has that maybe you didn't have before?
Cool. Yeah, it's a great question. Let me speak for Moonton, especially the MLBB this game.
Yeah.
In the very beginning, you can see it's a very it's do a lot of effort for the localization. So it's in the Southeast, especially in Southeast Asia, it's a very, very deep penetration for the local market.
Yeah.
It's not only about like the in-game localization, it's also including for how we manage the esport ecosystem, how we cooperate with the local esport teams, also with the local government, the local esport federation. There's a lot of things behind this. So this is a very unique ecosystem that MLBB can build up. For Blizzard, it's also a great company. It's very globalization, so it's much like the top-down strategy.
Yep.
So it's very centralized, like to make sure in the headquarters, to make sure that all the things go big or go home, like the BlizzCon for all these things, everyone exciting. So I think they have a different strategy. It's not about right or wrong, but it's just to fulfill the market. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the market, I feel like, you know, I got the chance to work on a different mobile title earlier in my career, and I was just fascinated with the focus on grassroots and how much everyone plays it. My cousins play it in the Philippines for Mobile Legends Bang Bang. How important is it for grassroots as part of the strategy for MLBB?
Cool. For this one, in MLBB ecosystem, we do have a very clear mindset that esport is for everyone. So it's not about like you are the pro player, so you play this game. We make sure that every stakeholder in this ecosystem can really find their position. So let's say like pro player, talent, teams, investors, fans for the most important, and also for anyone they want to move their first step to join to participate for grassroots. Just saying like in Indonesia, Philippines, like each month we can receive like more than like 20,000 to 30,000 that people want to sign up to say they want to be an organizer to run any MLBB tournament.
Yeah.
So we are put a lot of effort to make sure that they can run this smoothly, no matter about what they need. Maybe they need some in-game incentive. Maybe they need some more promotion from official channel. So that's how we work this together.
Yeah, I know that I'm not very used to that, right? It's usually like these, like you said, top down, these grandeur events, which is a different type of strategy. But when you have this many requests and you know how impactful it can be to each individual, how do you prioritize and make sure the quality of each event runs smoothly? Like, is there a top 4 things that needs to happen or needs to be met to run an event?
Cool. For this question, I think First of all, the most important is we build some tools to make sure all the organizers, they're easy to run this. Some of the organizers, they are not expecting to run like the like for example, like the EWC level,
Right.
They just make sure, like for example, I'm running for a restaurant or I have an internet cafe. I just want to some event to run this. So we make sure that they can easily to achieve this goal. We create some tools, maybe just scan a QR code. Everyone can easy to jump to in the game. I mean, in the very beginning, maybe we have to add on each other as a friends. It takes time. And also, it's very time consuming for the rest of things. It's very annoying. We try to develop all this resource. So the first thing is to step in their shoes to think about what they need. And actually, they are not expecting to a very, very high level. You make me feel it's easy to make it happen.
Right.
And yeah, so that's the most critical thing. Second is surely we will cooperate with those kind of higher level. In local, we cooperate with a lot of partners. A lot of partners, they think MLBB is the best channel they can communicate with their target audience. So they are thinking about, hey, how can we cooperate with MLBB? We will guide them. Hey, we know local, they have a league. They run a lot of these kind of tournament. Although maybe we cannot directly to cooperate, but I think we can easy to guide them to make sure that in this way we can have more dynamic and more resource enter to our ecosystem. And the last part is the top tiers. For example, this year we have the cooperation with Oppo. Oppo said, I want to stand with our fans, our users. Can we run this? Samsung tell us like we want to have a campus tournament. So this is how we work together. Yeah.
Man, who would have thought investing into the grassroots ecosystem, not just money for prize pool, but technology, tools, ease of access would have led to the growth. Like, what a great idea! But it makes so much sense.
Yeah. So I do have the confidence. Like our teams put a lot of effort in this part. So that's one of the reasons that I appreciate you mentioned. It's a very good penetration rate in SEA market. So it's how it goes.
As someone who's worked both in the West and the East, and also on PC and mobile, are there gaps to fill, like knowledge gaps to fill for either side?
Yeah, that's a good question. For this one, I would say the bad things, especially I know in the Western, in US, UK, they have some like gaming design in this kind of a department. It can become one of your major. But to be honest, in most of the Asia, it's quite rare. So I think that's one of the advantage for anyone want to join for this industry. You don't have to be a major. I studied the university for 4 years for this. Anyone can join in this industry, especially I believe most of people, they have the passion to be a part of it. That's the first thing. So, but if you are saying like, I want to do the real designer, I would say we all know like US company, some of the China, Korean company, you have to fulfill no matter about the culture, management style, and also from the game developer, you have a lot of knowledge, no matter art, from music, a lot of things you have to learn. So I think that's a very, very deep dive part. For esports, I will say they have a lot of different kind of the your element, your feature to participate in part of it. But basically, if you have the passion, you understand the ecosystem, I think all the game, all the title, they always say like, we are lack of this kind of talent. We always welcome everyone to join.
I am always telling people who are interested in getting into the industry, don't be a problem maker. Don't be just a problem finder. But if you are a problem solver and you take it upon yourself to educate, and then you ask people to educate you, and then you can solve those problems, that has to be the way to go to get in.
Yes, fully agree.
Let's turn our focus now to the esport itself. I mean, MLBB over the last several years has blown up with its, I think, are we on M6?
This last year is M6. This year we are preparing for the M7.
From M3, I think M4 to now, it has grown so fast. How do you stay on top of the viewership, the eyes, the money? Like, how do you continue to scale with the growth that is happening?
Yeah, I think the MLBB, like, for example, during the M5, our PCU achieved to 5 million. It means like around the world, there are 5 million people is watching the game. And stand in the ecosystem and in the esport perspective, all the things should link together. Like we have a higher awareness. Surely like our partner or our teams, they also will have more higher expectation. What we're going to do for next year. Every year we'll give them a very clear roadmap. We have this kind of game. Our next step is going to do something. For example, during the M5 was announced, we want to have a higher development, improvement for the women ecosystem. So you can see it's become a part of the EWC. So MWI is, I would say MLBB is the only title have both male and female. So we give them a very clear direction. Everyone in the ecosystem know what our next step. They know where's the right direction. They know how to find the resource. Also, our sponsor, our partner, they see the opportunity here, and everyone involved it and to make all the things happen. So I would say it's just like a left feet and right feet. You just like keep it moving forward step by step. Yeah.
When it comes to then with those eyes, you get more investment. Then, as you said, people are expecting more and what is the next thing? How do you prioritize where the next investment goes, whether it's a different region, whether it's a different game, whether it's more women's events, which I think is fantastic that you're leading the line there. What is the guiding light towards where you go with your investment?
Yeah. Well, it's a big question. I will separate this for two perspectives.
Sure.
Yeah. If we are saying like first, like how we make the decision to make the prioritize, I would say we have to shift to another perspective where directly for our fans. Yeah, we have the fans have their passion, what's their need, and make sure that the local I think esports is not only about like official partner to jump in to make sure like local region have enough the resource and ecosystem which is mature enough.
Yeah.
Just for example, this year we realized Africa. During Africa, they also have a lot of region and country. They want to participants and they want to run. We receive a lot of requests.
Yeah.
They want to run the Africa community tournament. They realize, oh, there's a lot of fans. They are waiting to scale up to next level. So we run our first MWI Open Qualifier. It's an on-site event in Africa. So it's a very, very big milestone for everyone, not only for us, also for fans.
Yeah.
They enjoy. So this is how we make the prioritize. We see the opportunity, we see the need, we make sure the local partner and us, we can deliver a quality that can fulfill their need, and then we run to next step. Yeah, so this is how going. So this is the first point to answer you about how we set the prioritize. About the regions, it's also have to link back to the in-game itself. For example, Europe market. So far we don't have a professional league in West Europe, but we receive a lot of the local federation reach out to us, and also local fans, they say, we want to run this, we want to make it happen. So we will evaluate, okay, how much resource, okay, the DAU number also crazy, a lot of players there, how we can make it happen. So we think about this step by step. Asian games, the Japan fans also asking for this. So we are also think how we link it back and have a big picture and to make sure we can elaborate all the ecosystem together to make it happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. That was a very robust answer to a very big question. And I followed along and understood all of that. So thank you for that. Here's another big one coming your way.
Cool.
You all are leading the way in women's esports, in the women's esports ecosystem. How do you differentiate and decide what is important in the women's ecosystem here? As again, MWI has so many eyes on it. It's now part of the EWC circuit, which then gets these organizations wanting to invest in women's esports as well. And so when you're thinking about, all right, what has been out there? How can we do it? And then how can we do it better? What are some of those conversations like?
Yeah, I think in the very beginning, when we decide to start our women ecosystem, is we realize our player, their structure, their portion, female also increasing, and also the fans come to on site. Then we see there's a window for women ecosystem. As an ecosystem perspective, we need more diversity. If we only deliver the fans every year for the similar, only focus at the professional team, I believe after a few years, they will need more and more. So we'll make sure that everyone in esports, they can be fulfilled from the fans perspective. And stand from the player perspective, we also see a lot of potential player. But to be fair, that directly to play in the original ecosystem is also be challenging. The resource is different, how can make it happen? So we also use our ecosystems resource, talk to partner, and also appreciate for the EWC during the conversation, they also see yes, this is a good potential. It went to show no matter like how the female players, they can shine on the stage. So it is where it comes. And I think the best thing is it's not only to deliver the professional, like very competitive content. We see all the female they shine. It's not only about their skill, it's also about their personality and the interaction for the other ecosystem. Then we're coming out more and more. So it's how it goes. Yeah.
What are some of those reaction from the women's events, both from anyone that watches, whether it's the teams, the players, the content creators? What are some of the things that the feedback that you receive from them when you are investing this much into the tournaments?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. If I want to say, like, for the female player, I think their personality is very different than the male, because in our stereotype, we think, oh, maybe they should do like this way, but maybe some of the female players, they are even more aggressive than male player. Yeah, and how they react, I think for yesterday, one of our players, they directly to, I would say those kind of the beef between them is even fun. Yeah, they do say, hey, I want to leave a message to other teams. How I tell them is blah, 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 these kind of things. Yeah, that's so cool that I didn't expect it can grow so fast. And I would say the fans, their reaction, the reaction for this kind of content is also very fun. They enjoy it. So I think this is how we make everyone to enjoy this ecosystem. Yeah,
I like how every time I'm asking where are you going next? What does the future look like? You almost always start and end with fan sentiment and how it's like, hey, we just listen to the fans and then we go with that. So from here, my next question is, mobile gaming and the mobile gaming landscape. It does seem like fans are continuing to want to sign up and play mobile. How do you think that changes how some of the game industry giants are going to change their strategies from whether it's just digital, whether it's just console, whether it's PC, and then thinking, hey, how do we incorporate mobile to that?
Yeah, I would say, I remember like when I was doing for the marketing, and there's a lot of like, for example, the beverage brand, they will always ask me like, hey, Eric, how do we reach out to our target audience? The kids, maybe they don't watch TV. They all have the AD blocker. Even if they use the YouTube, everyone just like put the fast forward for 2 seconds. Then they cannot really deliver their message to the right target audience. For us, like I would say, like if you want to show your determination that you stand with your fans, very easy. Like to let them know you notice what they like and stand with us. So I think that's very easy. And for mobile, everyone know this is the future, but not much brand they know how to make it happen. Yeah. So they are trying to. I think everyone, even ourselves, I think MLBB is a pioneer in this field, but we are also learning. We want to try and understanding what's the real need from our audience. So this is how it goes. Come back while you're asking about the PC, the console. I would say that I'm pretty firm that this kind of the experience that they have a very solid need in the market. Yeah, it's very different for the mobile. The console and the PC, they are very, very core fans. They will always stay there and they are looking for the best experience. For the mobile, there's just like no matter you stay in a casual perspective or no matter it's some social perspective, it's very different from the traditional how we look at the games. It's much likely a part of life since everyone uses their phone for like 4 to 6 hours a day. So we see the opportunity here. Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. When it comes to emerging markets, I know that you said a couple earlier, Europe is a lot of requests. You just did your first event for the MWI over in Africa, but is there a specific region that is starting to catch your eye where, hey, this might be a good place to look next?
Yeah, recently, for example, this year, we also a lot of conversation with Japan. Like I mentioned, Europe, we already done a lot of job, especially we are very good in Turkey, ECA region is all very good. I would say like we have become more mature in SCA. Any place out of SCA, we see different kind of the need. We're just thinking about how we put our right resource at the right time. Yeah, so Japan, Europe, ECA, Turkey, wow, there's a lot of the region. For IESF, MLBB title, we have 93 country registered for this game. Yeah, so it's only for male. For female, we have like a 53 this year. So you can see like one of our objectives is to make sure MLB can be more globalized, cover as much region as possible. So any region, if they show they have the potential, we are willing to support in the spot. Yeah.
This has been super insightful, and I've learned a lot. Thank you really so much, Eric. So I've got a couple of fun questions for you to close it on off here.
Okay, cool.
All right, first one, outside of MLBB, what else did you play? What did you grow up? Were you console or PC guy?
Well, I remember the first game I played is StarCraft is a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like we turn off the light, and sometimes I play Diablo alone. I'd be terrified for everything. One thing is the monster in the game, and one thing is I also terrified when my mom woke up and asked me to go to bed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people experience this period. Yeah, I believe in my DNA, a part of the PC gamer. Yeah, but after I have kids and we have a little time, mobile game is much easy for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe I play Switch or the card games. Hades 2 is something I'm waiting for this.
Yeah.
Wow, man, it's a great game. So yeah, that's my life. Yeah.
Switching to MLBB, who's your favorite hero?
Oh, for me, this kind of big dump, I would say like Hylos. This kind of a tank will be much easier. Like, and if you play Roam, you make mistake. Most of the time, people will not recognize. If you play jungle, yeah, if you didn't retribute at the right time, yeah, so you got blamed, right?
Oh, always. Jungle always gets the blame.
Yeah.
And then finally, one word to describe the MLBB community. One word.
I would say passion. If you see how SA players like that, they have a play, they have the drum with them. Wow, man, this have to take a look, man. I always suggest.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Eric, thank you so much for your time here. Eric Wu, everyone, with Moonton. Thank you so much for your insights. It has been fantastic.
Thanks for having me here, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, everyone, make sure to stay tuned. More Esports Awards Origin Series on the way. Like and subscribe. Until then, take care.